my PowerPoint presentation, and these are my 5 people. So according to the New York Times, the Obama administration has been deporting illegal immigrants at a record pace. The president has previously stated that he was only going to deport either people with a record, gangbangers, criminals, people that were actually harming the community instead of helping out. But instead, he's actually deporting students and people just here trying to make a living, people just trying to feed their families. New York Times analysis of the internal government records show that since President Obama took office, out of about reported 2 million cases, more than half of those cases have been just people either with a minor traffic violation or no record at all. So if he is actually deporting the people that he stated he wasn't going to deport, then how is he keeping his word? He's not. People come to the U.S. to try to get an education, to have a better life. I'm all for deportation, but only when it's deporting people, criminals, people that are actually harming our country. These people are just trying to make a living, just trying to get by day, trying to get an education, and I think it's wrong. Let me provide you a few statements that were stated by the Obama administration and some facts about what is actually going on. Maybe there is a way to help stop deportation or at least slow it down of these people that are causing no harm to our country. As the year began, Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, started deporting families from Central America. They started going into neighborhoods just pretending they were looking for somebody, and once they were in these people's homes, they would start questioning them, their legal status, and obviously these people weren't here legally. They would use that and start bringing these people in. When neighbors started seeing that these people were being taken out of their homes in handcuffs, obviously these people started thinking, well, these people are criminals, and yes, they should be taken back to their country. But these people were just innocent people. These people were actually fleeing gang violence, domestic violence, or many other life-threatening situations, and they come here to face prosecution for wanting a better life for their children and themselves. In that case, these people could have just stayed in their country. In truth, administration has devastated immigrant communities across the countries, tearing families apart from their loved ones simply for the simple fact that these people either don't have a driver's license or they're re-entering the country to be reunited with their family members. Maria Elena Hincapié, she's an executive director for the National Immigration Law Center, stated that for years the Obama administration has just been stating facts about the people they're going to deport, but in all honesty they're doing quite the opposite. I'm going to provide you some examples of actual families being torn apart. There's Elizabeth Perez. She's a 35-year-old American-born woman. She was even a former Marine that served in Afghanistan. Her husband got stopped for a minor traffic violation, and he didn't have any papers, and well, they deported him. This woman has 2 kids to raise on her own, and they were supposed to do it together. It's pretty hard for someone to raise 2 kids on their own and try to have a job. Then there's Arleta Rocha. She's an 11-year-old girl. Her father was deported for the same reason. She had 3 younger siblings. She became depressed because her father was deported, and she had this burden of raising these 3 kids when her mother had to get 2 jobs to be able to support the family. Soon after her father was deported, she committed suicide. We're actually contributing to more statistics of suicide. These people are becoming depressed, committing suicide, and we're actually hurting these people instead of helping them out. Now that you've heard a few examples, and these are just a few examples of families being torn apart, I'm going to give you a few solutions to help prevent suffering from tearing these families apart. Obama himself, back in 2012, June, he passed DACA, or the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, which was a deferred action for certain individuals that had came into the U.S. at a young age. This law, the only problem with this law is that it asks for too many, there's a lot of rules and regulations that you have to meet before you can actually qualify for this. Obama should instead minimize the rules and regulations required and make it easier for students to get an education and stay here legally. There is another example would be just his simple word. If he stated that he was going to just deport people with a record and criminals, then that's what he should do. And I mean, there's an easy way to know if people have a record, just looking them up. The government should just keep their word on of who they're actually going to deport. The Obama administration said that they were only deporting people that had a record, then that's what they should do. People are being torn apart from their families for little or no reason at all. He should keep the DACA program going, if at all, just make a few changes so it can be easier for students to get stay here legally. Thank you all for your time.